Especially considering that, take a look at Kalen's gateway. He's getting a sentry, and the Reaper can actually kill a sentry
That's right.
and micro away from a Zealot at the same time. So if we see some awesome micro, Control will be able to do infinite amount of damage. So let's see. Sentry is attacking. He is okay. Never mind. Now it's too late. He just took too much damage, and with the Stalker being there, he will only be able to do some scouting. But he just paid 50 minerals, 50 gas to spot a robotics facility. That's still what you want to call worth it, because everybody knows if you scan, a mule dies, and he does not want those mules to die.
That's right. And we do see this natural expansion going down from Kalen after that Reaper was taken care of. And what is this? 2 more gateways, bringing the 3-gate Robo down into play on the 2 bases as Kalen here continues to amass a force here. A 5th gateway actually, or 4th gateway actually going down. I don't know where I skipped the 4th, but yes, the 4th gateway is going down. So the 4-gate Robo on the 2 bases is what the plan is. 3 barracks opener here from Control, as well as a starport going down, and the factory being sent out for a scouting mission. So it looks like Control does not want to go heavy mech on this game, Endry.
No, looks like we have some ultra classic MMM play coming up for Control. And I mean, he's got the stim already finished. So if you actually would decide to go for some more Marinas, some more Marauders, you could go for a small timing push even before the Medivacs are out. Because when you play against a Protoss player as a Terran, who's going Protoss 1-1-1 expand mass gateway play like Kalin is doing right now, he will most likely have invested a lot of stuff into the production facilities, but not into units in general. And we can see, if we take a look at the spendings tab, and the spendings tab is really awesome, by the way, we can see Control invested more than double the amount of resources into his army. So if he actually would be pushing out like right now, he would actually be able to kill the Nexus. But the longer he waits, the more the trouble he will be in.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's going to be... yeah, exactly. You said it right, man. The longer he waits, the longer it's gonna, or the harder it's gonna be to take that window and break it, and actually get in there and do some heavy damage. And it looks like Kalen will go ahead and lay down some pylons here on each side of the Nexus to be able to efficiently warp in units. This factory will go over and scout Kalen's base, and it looks like Kalen getting ready, throwing down the force fields there as he's anticipating the attack. And these Marines and Marauders stim up, having to move around the long way and getting a little confused because, you know, they drink a little bit too much of that booze there. They get a little drunk and have a hard time getting around force fields without the right micro. But we're seeing Control go in and do some heavy damage, and this Colossus is out, will do some damage against these Marines. And I don't know, man, this micro from Control is working out so well.
Absolutely, it does. And I mean, Kalen, he's got enough energy for 2 more force fields. I'm not sure why he's not using those force fields to prevent those units from running away from the Colossus, because with the first 3 force fields the first time, he was able to buy himself 15 more crucial seconds for more warp-ins to happen, for this Colossus to come out. Now the factory is gone, and like most of you know, I'm not a big fan of this sacrificial factory, because it just makes no sense. It's just limiting your possible options. So he's about to move out, and there we see Control still having a couple of units, but because of the fact that there are not too many medivacs, he might be in a lot of trouble. But
speaking
at the same
of
time,
medivacs,
Control,
that's right. Throwing that drop down in the back of Kalen's base, doing a little bit of damage, but not really doing too much. He does have 1 Marauder and 1 Marine still here, as looks like he's trying to push in a little bit from the front as well, trying to separate the forces. And it looks like Control will take the wise move and move back to his base and try to gain an advantage here.
Yeah, I'm really unsure about one thing, because there was a time like 2 months ago when a lot of Protoss players were incorporating quite a lot of Phoenixes into this Colossus Gateway army composition, and those Phoenixes are super awesome to deal with possible drops like the drops we just saw by Control. I mean, he was not able to take out the Robo facility. The Robo facility is still alive, so this drop was not too successful. But imagine having those Phoenixes in the army composition, not only being able to attack Vikings, to take out Medivacs super fast, but also to just intercept those drops and deal with the units drop, because yes, Zealots with the speed are quite fast, yes, Colossi can just move off cliffs, and yes, Stalkers are pretty fast as well, but still a Phoenix is the unit to have to deal with those drops, and I'm really a little bit worried about Kalin not having a Stargate out.
That's right, but look at this. We're going to go ahead and bring it to a whisper here as this Medvac dropship is full of Marines going right up around the back, going around that Zelnaga watchtower, not being spotted. We'll see how successful this drop is and if he's actually able to do some heavy damage. But at the same time, Kalin is actually warping in some more Stalkers here and getting ready for the drop as it seems he was getting well aware of that. Maybe his observer saw it as it was passing across the lower third, and that observer did intersect the path a little bit. And it looks like a pickup will go down. Those 6 Marines will get out of there just barely, and no drop will be successful at the moment. Now, we're starting to see the upgrades come down from Control as he is getting +1 on his attack for his bio, as well as getting more of those Vikings out. And what you were saying about the Phoenixes earlier, man, the Phoenix are very, very viable, especially after that update. And we did used to see them a lot more. And, to be honest, I haven't seen much Phoenix play come down lately, even with the Colossus in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little bit confused right now, because those Phoenixes are awesome. They do not cost that much. You can get them out pretty fast. And looks like we have a drop once again, and now they're trying to snipe the robotics facility. Once again, not too successfully, but Control is moving in with a lot of Vikings, not being able to take out a single Colossus, and now Kalin is preparing to face the army of Control, but I think Control might not have enough ground units here. I mean, he's got a lot of Vikings, but maybe not enough.
It is going to come down to micro here with those Vikings, as long as he keeps them away from the Stalkers and keeps taking the pot shots, taking down a Colossus, taking down the Robo facility. That drop was finally successful, Endry, and oh no, this isn't what you like to see. Kalin has his forces, or his Colossus that were separated, but he was able to react well enough to deal with those Vikings and not actually lose any of his Colossus. He did lose some of the shield there. Some more pot shots going down to Colossus now, taking the ground stance as it is destroyed. 4 Vikings still remain from Control, and Control is going to have to pull back because this force is just too menacing. We'll see how it goes here as he does get a nice concave.
And yeah, the Colossi actually in a lot of trouble. All Colossi going down, but the Marauders trying to kite the Zealots here at the bottom. Meanwhile, at the same time, the Stalkers and the remaining Zealots were able to just pick up the remaining forces of Control. So not the best micro actually by both players. And what I really don't like is the resource tab, because Kalin is at 1,100 minerals, 800 gas. He should get up the charge, get up the blink like 3 minutes ago. He should go for the double force like 5 minutes ago. And it's 60 minutes, 13 seconds into the game, and not having a single upgrade finished. This is just not the best gameplay here. I'm a little bit disappointed.
It's not what you really want to see, but maybe he's a little off on this game. We'll see how it goes. Looks like a lot of dropships coming out, and we've got the play in order as we see more and more of these Marines, Marauders, and Medvac dropships. And yes, there's a little bit of V's in there, as well as the Viking count is starting to grow, just because he knows he needs to take down the Colossus as they are out on the field, and more of them are on their way. Double robotics facility after that first robo was taken out, and we are seeing that charge on the way and 70% complete. It is quite late, as you were saying earlier, Endry, and I don't know, man, nobody's going for a third base.
Yeah, this is what I exactly wanted to talk about. 18 minutes into the game. I mean, the rocks are even still there for Kalin, and he's not even thinking about taking expansion here, going for the double Colossus right now, and the double Colossus will not be finished in time, but here come the Marauders, here come the Marines, and Kalin only having one single sentry will just not be enough, and I think Control might be able to do a lot of damage, but now 2 Colossi are already here. Let's see how much Medivacs, how much energy, how much life those Medivacs will be able to heal. But we see some constant kiting, actually not too much kiting going on. So once again, not the best micro here by Control, and he could have made so much more out of this attack.
He very well could have. He did drop down those Vikings because he didn't see many Colossus, but it would have been nice if he would have had those Vikings up to do some shots against these Colossus. Oh no, miss micro as those Vikings do go right into the death. Oh man, and he's trying to take out those Colossus, but those Marauders just get nuked and juked and taken out left and right, and it looks like Control will need to gather some more forces, maybe even expand again, because he's going to start falling behind, especially since Kalen's going for that high yield.
Absolutely. I mean, now finally he's taking out the rocks. Now in a 50 supply lead, 126 over 77 supply. Harvester count is pretty much the same, 45 over 41 here for both players. But Kalen, he's still got the 3 Colossi. He's now finally got the Twilight Council upgrade, the charge finished. And he's just still happily mining here, at least at the natural. Only a couple of mineral patches left. At the main, same goes for Control. So Kalin in a good spot because Control lost a little bit too many units. Taking a look at the units left, being behind 5,000 resources, and looks like Kalin is going in for the final attack here for the first game in this finals of tonight's Craft Cup. More Vikings going down, SCVs just getting obliterated by all those Colossi, mules going down as well, not because of some scans, just because of those thermal lances from the Colossi. And let's see, looks like Kalin will be able to have no problems here, clear this up, and GG is called by Control.
That's right, with the caps lock as well. Overemphasized GG from Control. That means Kalen's going to take the win. Get the point. We're going into game number 2 with Kalen on 1. And I'll say Kalen is looking pretty damn tough right now, Endre. I don't know if he's going to be able to get taken out from the forces here of Control. Control's going to need to micro better. He's going to need to upgrade better, and he's going to need to try to limit what Kalen's going to be able to do. Because
I mean, Control, yeah, you're right. I mean, he was playing a solid game. He was just going for attacks, he was going for drops, he got interesting timings, he expanded not too late, but it was just all too predictable, and it's just all too standard. Nothing fancy, and of course the micro mistakes coming in there as well. Not the I was not convinced by his gameplay, so maybe he would just step up his game. I mean, it's not the first time we saw someone in the final or semi-final series just playing this pretty first game really, really awful, and then just stepped up his game and just rolled over his opponent.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. I'm rooting for Control because all my my Craft Cup minerals are on Control, but you're right. It's not looking too good for him. I hope he's going to be able to turn it around. It's going to be the Shattered Temple here, and it's going to be Kalen against Control. Kalen currently sitting on 1 point. We are in the finals of the EU Craft Cup. Lite. And Firesilver, are you ready to bring these guys some more action right to their face?
Yeah, man. I hate to tell you, but yeah, me and Endre are going to be enjoying baths full of dollars, and you're not going to because obviously you don't want to die. So I'll send you some champagne from the plane.
That sounds good. I will be whining, but well, maybe you better send me some cheese, not some champagne. How about that? Huh? Get some nice
2-gate proxy straight to your doorstep.
Thank you. I like that. Sounds good.
Better than Brie, eh?
It is better than Brie. Maybe. I'm a little bit torn on that one there. So let's not talk about Imba and cheese because it's making me hungry for some cheese, all right? And I don't want to see any cheese in this finals. I want to see some epic games. We're going to see Kalen, try to take down Control, and Control try to hold it. He's sitting down one. So if Kalen wins this, he's going to win the series.
So it is best of 3. Well, I'm excited for this. A countdown has begun. We are seeing a PvT on the Shattered Temple.
Boom, bang, zoom, straight to the moon. All right, everybody, welcome, and thanks for coming in. Balance.tv, where everything is Imba, and we all wear hats. We've got unique Kalen fighting Control right now. It's a PvT. Kalen currently sitting on 1 point, Control sitting on Donut, and the Shattered Temple is the next map of choice. And with that being said, Kalen is spawning over here in the 9 o'clock position as the orange Protoss, and up here in the closest rush distance is Control, and Control is the red Terran, and now as Control